my four beloved buddies, Alex, Hana Hanamekium, The View with Drew, and Blaze the Movie Fan. I got one big unknown question to ask you, all four of you. Will you ever do a top 10 list of your favorite hero moments of all time that came from in your favorite films? It's a good idea. We should tribute our favorite hero characters who is trying to do the rightful thing in movie history. Something that nobody had never talked about yet in YouTube history. That's for sure. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. If you want to pay attention to my fingers and my two thumbs very carefully, the top 10 list has finally returned. A top 10 list that nobody has never done before. And I don't know why that any of you had never made this type of top 10 list. So you could tribute this top 10 list to your favorite movie heroes of all time who always do the rightful thing from start to finish. Something that's powerful, epic, unique, and something pretty darn mind-blowing at the same time. So for the latest top 10 list of the day, is the top 10 best movie heroes of all time who did a very powerful, epic moment. And there's a lot of great moments to choose from. And these heroes had taken a risk of saving everyone's lives from bad negative signs that's happening to the world that they came from. They have to do it with bravery, courage, self-sacrifice, redemption, faith, humanity, or something they have to take a risk on, or try to save someone's life from being almost killed by something. It's hard for me to explain. But these 10 great heroes had done the rightful thing, and they did so many powerful, epic moments ever in movie history. And I guess you want to know what these 10 great characters are. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are the top 10 best hero moments of all time in movie history. Coming at number 10 goes to John Wick had rescued his dog from this silly old excommunicado thing from John Wick Chapter 3 Pentavellum. This is a very powerful moment, and this is where John Wick had finally redeemed himself for the very first and last time. He finally rescued his dog from this excommunicado thing. And he doesn't want history to repeat itself. You know about what happened to the last dog that he had back from the first movie. Sadly, he didn't rescue that poor little dog on time. Well, if you know the first movie very well. But at least he found a way to rescue his other dog. And he did it at the nick of time. He just told the taxi driver to take a coin and take his dog to that hotel. Well, if you see that scene from the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that's why it has to be at number 10. Coming at number 9 goes to the part where Auto 1 had rescued 2 Peter Parkers from being electroed to death by Electro from Spider-Man No Way Home. And this is the most important fun fact that everybody forgot about this movie, and truly one of the best underrated movie characters of all time. where Dr. Octopus, aka Otto 1, became a hero for the very first time in MCU history. And he's going to join forces with all three of the Peter Parkers to get all the villains cured in time, including Electro. He has some unfinished business about that guy who could do electric attacks and all that stuff. And he did save the two Peter Parkers in time for somewhere around 30 seconds or so. And yeah, the reason why it has to be low on the list is it's true that he got to know Peter 1 and Peter 2, but sadly he didn't have time to get to know Peter 3. And that's a very sad shame. And another good big lip alligator moment that ever happened in this film is all three of the Peter Parkers had finally got their very first unlikely ally character for the first and last time in an MCU film. And Otto 1 is truly the one. That's for sure. I have to put that at number 9. Coming at number 8 is when Quasimodo had rescued Esmeralda from being burned to the stake from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The only Disney film I will add on this list. And it's a very powerful, epic moment where Quasimodo was raging mad. He broke the chains for just a couple of seconds and he went down there and saved Esmeralda before she gets burned to a crisp. And yeah, two things I love about that scene is the sanctuary line and the choir. It's a very powerful, epic moment I will never forget in movie history, and that's why it has to be at the number 8 spot. Coming at number 7 goes when Strike That, Reverse It. Coming at number 7 is when Patsu and Dola have to work together as a team to save Sheeta from Muska's castle when it's burning in hell from Castle in the Sky. Great rescue scene of all time that featured two unlikely ally characters. One is a little boy and the other is a crazy old lady. They took a risk of saving one little girl from a bad, terrible destruction in Muska's castle. It is strong, it's epic, and involves unlikely teamwork. Something that will blow your mind big time, and that's why it has to be at number 7. Coming at number 6 is when Eddie Valiant had rescued Toontown, Roger and Jessica, and the futuristic stuff for Toons in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This is where Eddie Valiant has to take a risk of trying to take down Strike That, Reverse It again. He has to take Judge Doom down for the count, no matter what. He has to face his own enemy. And he finally got rid of him by Judge Doom's own death. And he has to take care of that enemy once and for all with that weird-looking Toon Hammer of his. And yeah, he did save Roger and Jessica's lives and also rescue Toontown at the nick of time. This is one of Bob Hoskins' best roles, best performance, and best character in movie history. And that's why it has to be at number 6. And I gotta look at my list here. Coming at number 5 is when Kenshin is going to take down Lord Shishio once and for all from Rurouni Kenshin, The Legend Ends. This is one of the most powerful, epic, brutal moments ever in movie history. Yeah, Kenshin got beat up. He's bleeding here and there. He does have a couple damages in his clothes. And he's getting tighter, very, very tired. And he's almost dying in that scene in the movie, but he found a way to pull himself through and try to take care of this mission once and for all. And this is where Kenshin finally redeemed himself. He's no longer the Potosai the Manslayer. He became a hero in real life in Japan, and he did do the final attack on Lord Shishio. I wish I could say more about this powerful moment, but it has to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 is when Belle has to sacrifice herself to show her true self as Suzu from Belle. I really love this epic scene so much, and it really did blow me away. The part where Suzu has to show herself in front of you, and she's going to sing a very, very powerful song that really did blow me away the most. And something that'll bring you to a tear to your eye. And also, Suzu's friends also helped out as well. It is a very powerful, epic scene, and one of the most underrated, climactical moments ever in movie history. So, I have nothing else to say about this one. I put that at the number 4 spot. Well, ladies and dudes, this is it. I got 3 left. 3 most powerful, epic scenes ever in movie history. One of the best hero moments of all time. And these 3 moments is just the most epic ones of all. So, here we go. Coming at number 3 is when Nausicaa had rescued both of the worlds from Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. One of the most powerful movie endings of all time. And this is the part where Nausicaa had saved both of the worlds. Both the human world and the bug world. She just wants to treat both of these worlds equally. Since she loves being peaceful to the bugs, and she loves being peaceful to the humans, and she wants to find a way to show humanity for both of them. Hard for me to say. And I do love the part where those bugs had used those little stringy thingamajigs, and they lift her up, and she is in a very powerful golden, like a golden grass thingy or something. It's just a scene that will bring you to tears. What else I could say for the number 3 spot? And coming at number 2 is when Robert had risked his life to save a poor elderly dude from drowning to death from angels and demons. I love this scene so much, and this is one of the best Tom Hanks moments of all time. While he is still a priest in disguise, he just took a risk of going underwater in a fountain, and he has to save a poor elderly dude before he drowns to death. And let's just say his priest disguise had worked. He may not be a priest, but he knows how to keep his faith and his humanity alive at all costs. And he did one brave thing of trying to get one of the pipes out and try to give that guy some oxygen so he could let his lungs breathe. And then later on, there's some humans out there to come by and help him out and try to keep this dude alive and bring him to safety. I love that epic scene so much, and it has to fit at number 2. We already know what number 1 is when Brian Mills had rescued his daughter Kim at the nick of time from Taken, the first one. This is one of the most powerful, epic movie scenes ever in movie history, and one of the best near endings of all time, where Brian Mills had risked his own life to take care of those evil, no good sex trade dudes once and for all. And he killed them one by one, including that old dude who kept Kim hostage. He just shoot that dude in one blow, and Kim is finally safe and sound. And Brian finally got a chance to see his daughter again, safe and sound. And it has to be at number 1. And those were my top 10 best movie moments of all time. I hope you enjoyed this list. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your favorite hero moment of all time in movie history? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And I'll be back for more videos to come. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. That's a very important thing in YouTube history. That's for sure. So, I'll see you all later, and sayonara, and God bless our heroes. That came from Filmwise, of course. So, later.